Hello, this is Ram once again from All Things United, and today we'll be covering the match between Manchester United against Spurs. We'd like to do a preview of it, and hopefully you can get your opinions on it as well. And I will be sharing some of my predictions along the way. So here you go. This is All Things United. Hello, once again. Welcome back to All Things United. Today we'll be previewing the match, between Manchester United against Spurs. I know a lot of Spurs fans, to be honest. And I think a lot of the Spurs community are very happy with their team because they're doing really well in terms of good football. And I have to say, they are playing really attractive football at the moment. They have some sort of an identity, which is something I wish United has, at the moment, but we don't. We like that as much as possible, and so this game is not going to be easy. It's going to be mouth-watering for sure, but it's not going to be an easy one, And playing at Old Trafford, well, this season, I think, even though we've played a lot of games at home, we look very much indecisive. We look at times really, really weak. We look at times really lost. So it's hard. It's hard for me to say going into this one how is this going to turn out. So what do you think? Do you think we're going to be able to win this one? Do you think we're going to lose, or do you think we're going to be able to settle for a draw? Um, well, obviously, I want us to win. Without a doubt. We've come off the back of a win against Wigan in the FA Cup, so obviously we want to get that momentum going. Getting another win in the Premier League, snapping up the 3 points, and going higher up the table as much as possible. So I think it's definitely something of a possibility that we can get result in this game, because we all know that Son is out for the Asian Cup. He will not be featured the game against United. But see, this is what it comes down to, right? We need situations like this where Spurs captain or the best player on the pitch is not going to be playing against United, so he'll be away on international duty for the Asian Cup, and hopefully we can use this to our advantage. Now, years ago, back when I was much younger, of course, watching a lot of the United games, we never had to worry about or depend on such things, But I think this season, and of course a few seasons of late, we need lucks like this. We need to have a bit of luck, and hopefully this can give us that chance to take advantage of it, and hopefully we can win this game. Now, I'm sure some of the Spurs fans out there, if you guys are watching this, if you guys what I want to know what you think as well. What do you think your starting lineup is going to be? How are you guys going to approach the game against us? It'll be interesting to see. So do let me know. Tap it down in the comments below, and of course we want to know exactly what your thoughts are, so we can get back to you on that as well. And moving forward, I think it's a good thing that we are able to take advantage of such situations that Son is not around. But I think Spurs do have a good number of players that can really hurt us. And as we are also struggling with some injuries, with Luke Shaw, he could be back on the bench, against this game. Harry Maguire might be on the bench. You never know. But I don't think they'll be fit enough to be in the starting lineup at the moment. I'll get to you. I'll get back to you on the predicted 11 that I have actually chosen for this team. I'll share with you guys in a bit, because to be very honest, we are lacking a lot of teeth going forward. And hopefully we can actually make some amends, from that as well. So I will share with you in a while. But the other thing I wanted to talk about also is, what about Ange Postecoglou against Eric Ten Hag? Um, for me, Ange Postecoglou has played really good football. I mean, he has got his team to play really good football, and I really admire how he has brought this team, since he joined Spurs as their manager not too long ago, and the time frame he had with Spurs and how they're actually playing now. It says a lot about a manager. Well, people could argue, they could say things like, oh, maybe he's a one-hit wonder. Maybe next season he wouldn't be as good. Well, it remains to be seen. But on the contrast of it, Eric Ten Hag, he has been with us for almost 2 years now. All right. Still, I don't see a proper identity, a style of play. Yes, we have won a few games here and there. Yes, at times we play really nice football, but we need that consistency. So if you ask me between these two teams, I definitely, it's hard for me to say this because it pains me a lot, to say things. All I want to say is, yeah, we're going to go out there, we'll definitely win, we'll surely get the result. But deep down, we know the truth. It's not going to be easy. So, but I have to say that based on the two teams on paper, I believe, and based on performance, I think Spurs definitely sounds like they seem like the better team going forward. Definitely. They seem like a team that will score lots of goals. And we don't want that repeat of that 6-1 defeat that we lost to Spurs, a few years ago. That would be definitely embarrassing. We wouldn't want score lines like 3-0 or 4-0, that is against us. We want to actually give that score line to Spurs. We want to beat them 3-0, 4-0. Can we do that? If you guys have any insights, on how we should approach this game, please write it down in the comments below. I know some of you might not be watching this live because you're probably busy at work, but if you do catch, this episode, later on, please also put it into the comments. Let me know what you think, because your insights could be very valuable before the game. And I would definitely like to understand how, what you think is going to happen, who should start, who shouldn't start, and so on and so forth. And I would really, 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 really enjoy reading through this, because this will also give me an understanding on how other United fans are thinking. you know do we play a 4-3-3? Do we go and play 4-3-1-2 or 4-3-2-1? Let me know what you guys are thinking. It's not going to be something where we might be able to get 100% correct. But I think Eric Ten Hag needs to know that he has to really perform in this game. That's the most important thing. Eric Ten Hag needs to know that he has to get a result in this game. And guys, let me just say it again. I am actually for Eric Ten Hag in. I'm not saying that he should be out or he should be sacked. No, I'm backing him, because I really think that in time to come he will prove what a great manager he can be to this club. Yes, he has made lots of signings. He has chosen a lot of players to join the team. But you know, if we actually dim the light on him right now, it's not doing justice. We have to give him the support that he needs. We have to be patient. We have to know that he is the man for us. Now, I'm not saying that those of you who feel otherwise, you're wrong. No, maybe you're right. But it's just my opinion. It's just what I think. I think that if he's still our manager in the next 2 or 3 seasons, things will change for sure. You know, this season has not been on our side, but still we are only halfway through it. Things could change. So let's wait it out. Let's be patient and let's see what he can do. All right. So Ange versus Eric Ten Hag. Ange Postecoglou against Eric Ten Hag. Okay, I'm definitely hoping for Eric Ten Hag to come out tops on this one. I hope we play good possession football. I hope we really, really, really defend solid as a team and we attack really well. And I hope Marcus Rashford really proves a point this game. All right. That being said, moving on, I'm going to share with you some of my predicted 11, the first 11 that I think, you know, that should be part of this team, moving forward against Spurs. I mean, come on, we have lots of injuries. I honestly, when I show you my starting lineup, honestly, it's not that great, I believe, but I think this is definitely gonna help us to actually perform a little bit better. Of course, in the in if it's not for all the injuries, I think it would have been a lot more different, than what I've actually predicted out here. So there you go. I'm going to show you what did I've actually predicted over here. Let me just show you. Okay, so here's my prediction. I think it's not at all much of a change from the Wigan game, but I do believe that this lineup or this style of play should actually be how we're supposed to play. So it's going to be a 4-3-3 for sure. I of course Onana will. He said he wants to play, you know. His last match before he goes off for the AFCON tournament. So I'm guessing he will definitely be in goal and he would definitely want to prove a point. He kept a clean sheet in the FA Cup, so I'm sure he wants to do the same against Spurs before playing for Cameroon. Now, of course, assuming if Cameroon goes very far in the tournament, we could have a taste of our Turkish goalkeeper, Altay Bayındır in the next games to come. So against Spurs, I'm going to start with Onana, of course, no surprises there. Right back, as I mentioned before, I've always preferred Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka should start in right back. I love this guy. I want him to step up a new contract. I really want him to stay in United for as long as possible because he is obviously one of the most consistent right backs that we've had. So underrated, in my opinion, because he time and time again he has been there for us, and as long as he's still not injured, I really hope that he will do what he needs to do against Spurs, and really, really, really performing his A game. So yes, Aaron Wan-Bissaka as right back. On left back, because you don't really have much of a choice, I'm not too happy about Dalot, to be honest. I don't feel entirely comfortable, having Dalot in the left back, but because Luke Shaw is not available, or by surprise, if he's even available on the bench, we can't really risk him to be starting against Spurs. And of course, Reguilon is no longer around. He went back to Spurs, so that only leaves us with Dalot as a viable option because he has been a regular starter. So I assume, you know, and of course the goal is scored last week, so I think he would definitely get his place over there. So there you go, Dalot and left back, and of course the usual suspects in the center of defense. I would definitely want to go with Varane. I hope that there's no surprises or no sudden change of this. I want Varane to be in the middle of our defense because I like the way he brings the ball forward. I like the way when he actually makes those passes. And of course, I also like the way he defends because he definitely reads the game really, really well. So it will be very, very crucial for us to have him at center back, partnering with, of course, Johnny Evans, because I believe, yes, Lindelof and Maguire are definitely injured, still injured. Maguire is said to might be possibly available on the bench, but then again, why would you want to play Maguire from as he's still not fully fit yet? So Johnny Evans and Varane for me. Johnny Evans, of course, he's been consistent as well. Yes, I know his age, 35 years old. He may not be able to keep up with the pace, of some of the players that Spurs have, but To tell you the truth, we can always say this, but a player like Evans, I think he has a lot of grit, and I think that he will definitely shine and help us as much as possible in defense. So there you have it, the back four: everyone Bissaka on the right, Dalo on the left, followed by Varane and Evans in the middle. All right, that's the defense. In the midfield, of course, I think because we don't have Casemiro, we don't have Amrabat, Mason Mount is not available. So McTominay, because he's our top goal scorer at the moment, so he has to be in that squad. So yes, I'll give it to him. I'll give him the chance to prove himself again today against on Sunday against Spurs. And hopefully he's not just ball watching. Hopefully he really contributes really much in terms of defending and of course passing the ball as well. Because sometimes I look at McTominay, he's neither here nor there. Sometimes he's in the lineup, but it's like 10 men playing football, but he's nowhere to be seen. So I hope he really puts on his A game as much as possible and making things happen. So there you have it, McTominay, in the defensive midfielder position. The second, of course, defensive mid will be Kobe Mainu. I'm very impressed with Kobe Mainu. I think he is definitely one for the future. I think there's a lot of promise that you can see. It's all action. I mean, it's not just talk. It's all action. He's walking the walk. He's talking the talk, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And I'm very very impressed with him. Every single time I see him with the ball, um, I see a lot of confidence. Of course, I forgive him. Of course, the one against West Ham where it was his mistake that led us to lose that game. But you can't really blame him much. He's only 18 years old, 18, 19 years old. He has a lot to learn, but already showing a lot of promise on the field where he can be trusted, in the center of the park. So I'm definitely sure that more is to come from his game. Much more is to come. We are probably just seeing a small percentage of what he can do, but I'm very sure that he will be rising up as much as possible to be even better than for the future for sure. So there you go. In midfield, center midfield, of course, McTominay and Kobe Menu. Of course, the other midfielder will be our captain, Bruno Fernandes. It's very important that he plays, because he scored the penalty against Wigan. He's definitely, his confidence is on a high. He didn't play too badly in the last game, so I hope, he performs as much as possible. I mean, I've seen him play against Spurs. I think he's always shined against Spurs. I think this is one of the teams that he enjoys playing against. So hopefully, he puts on that A game as well, and really goes all out in terms of creating chances, scoring goals if he has to. But I really want to see less whining from him. I want to see him get up, get on with the game, and just focus on what needs to be done. All right. And of course, the front three, I really want to see Marcus Rashford on the right because he's not really been doing much on the left. I think Marcus Rashford on the right could do much better. I feel. I think with Wan Bissaka, making the overlap, I think is going to be a very interesting partnership. Uh, and both of them are quick. Wan Bissaka is quick. Rashford is quick. So I think it's going to be very exciting to see what happens. And I would love Marcus Rashford to really take this role very seriously because yes, he is forward. He is supposed to score goals, but right now, he doesn't seem like he has a lot of confidence in front of goal. So, but he has the pace. He can move the ball well. So, if he has no confidence in front of goal, it's best for him to actually just making sure he puts the ball in the danger area. Either for Hoyland or Garnacho to be able to finish it. I think that should be his game plan. He should not be looking at personal glory for himself because he doesn't have that confidence yet. But I think he should really be a player that will take a shift to assist, in creating chances, because I think he can do it. I think he can. No doubt he's going to be taking shots from outside the box occasionally, but I think he can definitely turn provider as well. And this time, I am very certain if he does it right, we're going to see a lot more goals from Hoyland or even Garnacho in this game. But of course, if Marcus Rashford does end up scoring a goal, well and good, well and good. And of course, on the left-hand side of midfield is Alejandro Garnacho, one of the rising stars for Man United. I believe, who I think, like I said before, I think he gives me some glimpses of how Ronaldo was when Ronaldo first joined the club. And now Garnacho having that number 17 and possibly even a regular starting place in the team, uh, I I don't see why his confidence wouldn't go up. I think it's just going to go up all the way. I just hope he knows how to deal with it. I hope he knows how to balance himself when he's playing every single game, and hopefully with that, comes a lot of responsibility, and I hope he would be able to take that and create more chances to the game, supporting in defense and making sure that his contribution does not go to waste. You know, and sometimes Garnacho can be a little bit selfish because he scored a wonder goal against Everton. He has scored a few goals as well of late, and I think he should now try to look at it as, okay, I should really make sure I make the best decision, you know, that is for my team. If his decision is to score a goal and that happens, great. If he has to pass the ball, I hope he does, because this is the time for him to really, really, really mature in the game properly as well. So yes, I hope Garnacho really performs in this game. We need him to perform. We need him to go all out as well, alongside Rashford on the right. And I will definitely see them switching. Of course, that's normally what happens. But I don't want the switch to happen so quick in the game. I hope it takes for a moment and then they go back to their position as well. And of course, our front striker, Rasmus Højlund. I am a little bit disappointed with Højlund because he has played almost 20 games or more, if you include the Champions League and the FA Cup. I think, and of course, I think that he should be able to get his goal off the mark in this game. He should be scoring a lot more goals now. He should be getting more confidence in front of goal right now, because when you have Marcus Rashford, who could provide him with the right ball, and of course with Garnacho, there is no excuse. And even Bruno Fernandes, for that matter, you have got Bruno Fernandes supporting the striker from behind, and I think there's a lot of possibility that things could actually work out as well. So I do hope that Højlund, really, really snaps up, wakes up, and says, "Hey, I want to score a hat trick today. I want to really make sure that I hit the ball on target. I'm not kicking the ball directly to the keeper, for example. I've seen a lot of his touches, in front of goal has been terribly disappointing. He needs to have that proper striker instincts. I'm sure he does, but I think it's not activated yet. So I think he needs to put that game on. Whenever there's a ball hits the post or it bounces off a goalkeeper, he has to know to be at the right place at the right time. So there you go. This is actually my full prediction of this starting lineup. I think it's quite similar to the one that started against Wigan, but I believe that because of injuries, because of performances from other players, I think this is the best lineup I could think of that should start against Spurs. I don't know what Eric Ten Hag is thinking. He might just throw in Ericsson, for fun, I guess, instead of Mainu. You never know. or he might change things around and put Dallo, on on right back. So you never know what could be the possibility. But I certainly hope that this lineup goes close enough, to start against Spurs, and hopefully we get a result. All right. So there you have it. The starting lineup is set. So if you have any other ideas on how the team should start against Spurs, please post in the comment below. Let me know what you think, and I would love to get your opinions on how we should move forward. So, okay, with that being said, of course, thank you very much for joining me on this show. But before we go, I would just like to check, and ask, what are your score predictions for this game? Put in the comments, what are your score predictions? How much are we going to win? Hope we win, of course. If we do win, what's the score going to be like? We are playing at home, we're playing at Old Trafford, so go crazy. This could be one of those days where we start our season against Spurs, on Sunday, and then we go on a winning route after that, hopefully. But if we lose this game, it's going to be very tough for us. So I really, really think we need to snap up the points as much as possible, go above West Ham, and really rack up the points from this day on. So my prediction for this game, I think, is going to be a really interesting game, and I think it's going to be really tight. So I think United will win 2-1. So I'm going to go with 2-1 with Garnacho and Hoyland scoring the goals. And I don't care about Spurs, whoever scores, but I think they will score, because I don't think our defense will be able to keep a clean sheet against this team. Never mind if Son is playing or not. It doesn't matter. This team, this Spurs team, definitely is one to watch. And I think that they will definitely score. Right. So, guys, before we go, I just want to share with you that because the game is going to be, on Sunday midnight at 12:30, I might want to do a watch along live. Yeah. So I'm trying to see, will that work? So help me out. What do you think? Do you think there should be a watch along against that for that game? Maybe we can have halftime reactions, and see how things are. So yeah, just let me know, because I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I do want to do it, but if you think it's going to be exciting, do let me know, and do join me. As it's going to be my first watch along. I've never done a watch along before, so I don't even know how it's going to turn out. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. Okay. And guys, thank you very, very much for your support. Thank you very, very much for subscribing to this channel. It's a very new project for me. And of course, I'm still actually involved in the Plot Malaysia, but this is specifically dedicated to United fans. And I hope that, I could reach out to more people, more United fans just like yourself, and just basically go have fun, talk things about United, rant about our team, celebrate, have you guys on the guest, as my guest on the show as well, to talk about United. So I'm really excited. I hope to hear more from you. I hope that you could also help me to like, comment, subscribe, and also share about this channel to your friends and families, those who are United fans. And hopefully I can bring you more relevant updates, more relevant stories, exciting stories, because my aim is to do something different from the other channels. This is only the third episode of this channel, so I'm looking forward to have more videos, something special in store, as I'm working day to day to try to find a way to actually bring good content to you from a United perspective, United fans perspective, to you as well. So thank you once again, guys. You've been awesome. Hope to see you again soon in a couple of days. I will definitely want to do a watch along. I hope that you can let me know, if you would like to join me. It's going to be fun. So there you have it, guys. This is Ram once again signing off from All Things United. Have a great day. Cheers.